we should do due diligence. We don't want to bring a coach today and tomorrow there's trouble. We don't want to bring a coach today and in 3 months' time the coach is leaving the club. So currently, we are effectively collaborating with the board and the management to ensure that it is not only about the first team coach, but the technical team is built up. Yeah. So for the supporters who are demanding for the first team coach, we the NCC are not even looking at it as just the head coach. We are looking at it from this perspective that the entire technical team should be built up. So we are appealing to the supporters that they should give us a bit of time. We are just appealing to them very humbly that we understand how the supporters feel. We understand that it is not easy to be a Hearts of Oak supporter at this moment when you are lying on 17th on the league log and it is not going well. We've lost our last 3 matches, or we've not won in our last 4 matches. We really feel for the supporters, and that is why we are working hard to put smiles back on the supporters. But at this moment, we will call on the supporters to remain calm, give us a bit of time. In fact, this week, as we speak, between now till Friday, there is going to be another meeting. There is going to be another stakeholders meeting to discuss the way forward, and we are assuring them that whatever they are telling us in terms of coaching, some of them are suggesting Coach A, some of them are suggesting Coach B. If I have the power, I would have shown you a letter from the NCC that we've named all the coaches that you, the supporters, are demanding. We didn't leave any coach out. So for those demanding Coach A, Coach B, Coach C, it is not the duty of the NCC to appoint coaches for the club. That is the honest truth. But we have a role to play, especially at this time, and looking at the situation confronting the club. And that is why we are listening to you, the supporters, and we are carrying your message through to the board. So please be rest assured that the names that you've been mentioning, we're putting it on paper, in fact, long before the Kotoko match. But our concentration was on the match, and most of us left Kumasi as early as Thursday morning so we can make time for the match. Now that we are back to Accra, like I said earlier, there is a meeting. So I am challenging the supporters, I am assuring them that we've not left them behind. We are really going to talk to our board. We are going to explain. This is not the time for us to argue. This is not the time for us to fight. When we came in here, I saw 2 supporters fighting. No, this is not the time for us to fight. This is the time for us to what? To come together as supporters. This is the time for us to have a common goal as supporters. So if our goal is that we need a competent coach, let us not be divided. We should be together. And we assure you that we are going to make sure that we appeal to the board and give them reasons why Coach A or Coach B or Coach C, or why the technical team should be what? Should be strengthening. We are not just going to say appoint Coach A. No. We are going to give reasons and justify them. And I believe that the board is made up of mature people who will understand where we are coming from, because the pressure is so much unbearable on the NCC at this moment. So that is one of the reasons why we also invited you. We want you to take the message to our supporters that we are not sleeping. The NCC cannot always use one tactics. And for many people who are saying we should do demonstration, we are appealing to them that the NCC cannot always resort to one tactics in getting our demands met. So we are appealing to them. At this moment, the board has been interacting, has been communicating with us. So kindly allow us that, so we use that to mutually get you what you want. That is the few things I can say about coaching. Then lastly, before I leave the floor for my other colleagues, if in case I've missed something for them to come, we have observed, especially on social media, that a lot of our supporters are publicly insulting the board chairman. Some of them are putting pictures of the board chairman on social media. We want to appeal to them. If you have the NCC and you believe that we can, how do I put it? We can get you, or we can get your problems solved, or we can get your concerns to the board, then we will not support the attitude of insults. So please, it is a caution to the supporters that in the 21st century, we cannot use insults to solve our problems. We can dialogue, we can judge all, and we can interact in order to solve our problems. If you insult people, they will not even come to the table to discuss anything with us. If you insult people, they will stay away from us. They will think we are an uncivilized group of people, and they will not come close to us. So the opportunity that we have at this moment, let us utilize the opportunity by discussing with the board and giving them reasons why they should listen to the fans. So we are pleading with the supporters, and we are cautioning those especially attacking leaders on Facebook and other social networks, WhatsApp and other, that they should resist from it. Your leaders are not violent, and we will not train you to be violent. If you want to talk or you want to criticize, no problem. Criticism is not a crime in this country. But please, it should be constructive. We shouldn't tag people with their pictures and insult them publicly, especially when they are our leaders. So we are appealing to the supporters to turn down and believe in the process that we are currently using to solve our problems. If the process we are using fails, we will come back to you and tell you what we want to do next. But until then, please allow us to discuss all your concerns with the board, and we will revert back to you. And I assure you again that if the process we are using at this moment is not yielding any fruit or any results, we would come back to you and look at other means to get our concerns addressed. Thank you very much. I will leave the floor for Kobe and other members on the table to address the media. Then we'll open the floor.
Thank you, Chairman. I think Chairman has said it all. The agenda is spelled out. The issue about the police, the officiating officials, it's something that is dear to majority of us supporters. I've had so many calls, as Chairman said. I'm also happy that I think our club has also written to the FA to protest to them about that referees and his officials' conduct. I think that is also commend our leaders for doing that. So at this stage, I don't know whether my other colleagues all open the floor. Okay. Yes. Yes. I think we left something out. Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah, please, there was something that I left out, and I will quickly want to talk about it before I hand over to Kobe. I think it was the board's decision to take the team to Kumasi. It was not a decision of the NCC, for those of you who keep asking. Now, we did not have any problem with it because we thought our supporters are spread all over the country, and that if we play our home matches in Accra, and Accra is not ready, then Kumasi, Cape Coast, and other regions should be able to meet the club, because the club belongs to all of us. But as a matter of fact, what we've experienced in Kumasi on Sunday, from Saturday night, even my problem is on that Sunday. Because we have a meeting, or we will try to meet the board, we will reserve some of it. But what I want to tell the media to carry across is that we were treated in Kumasi as if we were not from this country, especially when our bus arrived. And for the first time as NCC chairman, I saw people with masks, black masks. They came down from the Kotoko bus and they attacked our checkers at the main entrance. It is something I want to assure the security that if they do not do anything about such things, we will retaliate. I'm being honest. Because at a point, one of these masked guys wanted to slap me until I told him that I'm the NCC chairman, and then he withdrew. Because I wanted to intervene. Now, the security were just there, and they were so much unconcerned. So one of the problems we have now in Accra is that it looks as if it is only Accra that the security performs their job when we are playing against Kotoko and other things. Yes. But when we go to other regions, the security will not react when the team is more treated, when the team is more handled. And these are things that we in Out of Hope, we know how to do it in the 80s and in the 70s. But we decided to stop because of civilization.
We are starting again.
But we want to assure our supporters and our opponents that if we continue to go through those days in our away matches, especially what we experienced in Kumasi, with supporters dressed in mask, came down. Unfortunately, I didn't have my phone on me, but the whole world knows what I'm saying is true. And the security people, I called them to intervene. They did not show any concern. I want to throw a challenge to our brothers in Kotoko that football is a game. But if anytime we go to Kumasi, they will prefer to treat us as strangers in our own country, then they are forcing us to retaliate when we also come to Accra. And it is something we can do so easily, but it is not good for Ghana football. That is why we want you, the media, to be very, very honest with yourselves. Because some of you, especially the Kumasi media, they saw it, some of them have pictures of what I'm saying, and we would expect you to address it. Be very honest to yourselves. Because if it was to be in Accra, I'm sure by now we would have been at the Central Police Station trying to find bail for most of our supporters. It is something we are going to resist in future, where our supporters will always be arrested in Accra, but in Kumasi, supporters will misbehave and security will look on concerned. They will not react. So that is the last one I want to add. And I want to tell those people in mask that if they are men, whenever they are coming to Accra, they should still wear their mask. And we'll see where power lies. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Chairman, the mask people have been on these people. I'm mentioning it because I know him.
I told one nice man.
Yes, I did on his people. I'm mentioning his name because I know him. You see, and the chairman you didn't add this one. The military and the police who were detailed to come and protect lives and property and whatever in that match were even supporting the Kotoko people. To the extent that we've been to pre-match. The pre-match stage that Kotoko should report at 1:15. Our team should report at 1 o'clock. But they came before 1. And when we got there, they brought like their car has already blocked the gate and they should go back, became an issue. When we had a barricade to prevent them from entry, and military people were fighting us, moving the barricade, I was surprised. They should even help us to maintain peace and order and even settle the whole thing. They were even supporting them. The police were even sitting, they were standing on concern. And that is what Habib and the people. And how on earth that people are wearing masks? They saw them clear, police, military, they didn't, nobody even spoke to them. Can this thing happen in Accra? That is why we are also supporting what Chairman said. Because indeed, we can do worse things. We can do worse things, but of course, maturity and civilization has taught us so many things. And that is why we don't indulge in those things. But we are telling them, Kotoko has matches, no matter how it is. The category A that we know, the euphoria that comes with it. If they don't stop some of those things, and like Chairman said, it's not our decision. You asked me today that the decision to take the match to Kumasi was a mistake to me because we struggled, we suffered, and it was me, Chairman, and some NCC Chairman Shak getting the men to work was difficult for us. Even the private security we brought from Kumasi did not even help us. So I know in future we will not think about taking our matches to Kumasi because it will not help us. If we can, it shouldn't happen again. If we can have another alternative, then I think if we should even go to Tamale, we'll be interested in going to Tamale than going to Kumasi. This one is a board decision, and I believe when we have meeting with them, we also because we were on the ground, and there is no thing that I can tell you. The things that happened to us. So this is what we say. If you want us it's because we went there. That's why they got that advantage. If we had played this match here, like I was telling people, we would have beaten them. Because in recent times we beat them every time. We beat them. Last year we beat them. That would have beaten them again. But it has happened. So we'll learn from all this issues, so that next time when we are taking decisions, we know how to go about it. Thank you. All right.